Good evening, everyone. We'll start in just about 2 minutes. So you still have time to invite your guests to attend. Looking forward to share with you. Tammy and I are excited to be with you here today. So welcome, everyone. And glad to see that we have some great representative from Ghana here. Thank you for joining me. Hey, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Chris, should say good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. I'm with Tammy here today, as promised. We will be sharing this wonderful opportunity. And we want to thank you for joining us. This is a really wonderful opportunity spreading around the world. So, Tammy, so why don't we get started? Let me share the screen here, and here we are. So, folks, Tammy and I came across this company back in May, and we'll share a few more details as we present this opportunity here this afternoon, this evening, or this morning, depending on where you are in the world. And I've known the owner of God Backup for many, many, many years. And when he told me about God Backup and what's going on, I saw an amazing opportunity really to empower families with a global opportunity, with an opportunity that everybody can afford. We'll come back to that. And that's why we're very, very excited about the opportunity of God Backup.
Yeah, so the big question is, why are you here? And what is it that you really, really desire in life and to for your future, what you want to become? The things that you want to have for your family. I think, Chris, most people spend more time planning vacations than they actually think of their future. And here's an opportunity for you to grab a hold of a company, Got Backup, where you can build on those dreams and turn them into reality, as we have done in the industry for so many years.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you, Tammy. And by the way, as you're logging in, as you're coming into this session here, just make sure to mention where you are dialing in from or connecting from, I should say. It's always nice. I know we have some associates. I think Rejoice is from Ghana, and I think that Yvonne, you're probably also from Ghana. So thank you for joining in, guys. Really appreciate that. So mention where you are from. Tammy and I just love to see this. We love the diversity. We love the connection that we're making around the world. So, and Nam, you're here. Welcome, welcome from Ghana. So, folks, God Backup is here to help average people. This is people like you and I to really achieve above wonderful results with above average ethics. And this is something that's important, right? So the fact here is this is an opportunity that can really transform your life. But of course, there are some work ethics that are required regardless of where you come in from, an educated background or background with lots of money. At the end of the day, if you have good work ethics, the results could be outstanding, as Tammy and I have witnessed this over the years as we've been building these kind of businesses. And that is the kind of dreams or the kind of life that you can live opposed to the life that you have to live. And this is what I absolutely love about the opportunity that God Backup brings to the table.
So the company began in 1997 in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. I used to live in Gatineau probably for about 19 years, but I believe it's more in the Elmer area, which is all considered Gatineau. And they had to move out of that location because they used up all the optic optic fibers. Is that what you say, Chris?
That's
Yeah,
it. The fiber optic was not there to be able to
fiber optic.
support the bandwidth exactly.
Correct. And so they decided to choose to move to Texas. And I remember those conversations. I know Chris has been friends with Joel for a very, very long time. And Chris was using some of his email marketing stuff back in the day when we were building our company. And yeah, so they built relationships. And Chris, back then, he said, "I'm moving to Texas." And you go, "Why are you moving to Texas?" And here we are. So he has an incredible paid for land, building, and everything's in place for this company to explode in Texas for many years now. I think it was
That's it.
2000.
And exactly. So it's a wonderful facility that can really support our harvest of servers as we keep expanding. And then Ross from Maine, actually, Maine, we're just neighbors. In Toronto, I can actually see your land from my land. Welcome. And Esther from Ghana, Edgar from California, Ron from Massachusetts. Wonderful, wonderful. Roland from Ghana. Guys, we certainly appreciate you here. So, what's going on here, folks, is that there's two global trends that we want to share with you. These are very, very important trends. Again, if you want to be ahead of the curve in earning an income and take advantage of certain trends that are growing towards a certain direction, we want to share with you exactly why God Backup is in the right place. So let's cover some of those trends, Tammy.
Almost 7 billion smartphone users in the world today. And it's amazing everywhere you go. None of this is a surprise for any of you, anywhere you go, everybody's on their phones. Anytime you're in the restaurants, how many people actually have normal conversations today? So it's out there. It is a massive trend, and you want to grab a hold of every single trend that is out there in the world if you want to create financial freedom, financial success. Absolutely.
Absolutely. When you combine the growth market and the high demand, that's when success is. And if you look at these numbers, look at this from 2021 to 2023. 2021, 6% use when we look at the percentage of global mobile traffic. And 2023, over 60%. And folks, I think we're just tapping into how big this is becoming. So again, is for you to understand the trend that we're in and why we believe that God Backup in the near future is going to be a massive, massive brand name, which will obviously be reflected within the opportunity which we're about to cover.
We talk about that phone addiction, and every single one of us have probably experienced a lot of this. Most people use their phone for their alarm clock. I know I do. Just recently, I remember I was leaving the house to run some errands, went down the street, realized I forgot my phone. Guess what? I go back home to get my phone because everything that I do is on my phone. And of course, sitting on the toilet bowl, we're all guilty of that, trying to get some work in there while we're doing our work, doing our duty. So every single one of us have an addiction for cell phone use. So it, again, massive, massive trend.
I totally agree. Totally agree. And again, hello, Carol from Ghana and Elaine from Nigeria. Nice. We have Jared Nigeria in the house. So what's going on here, folks, is again, there are issues as we keep evolving, as we keep utilizing more and more and depending more and more on our technology. This issue is a problem, becoming a massive problem. Data loss is a growing concern. It's amazing that 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phones and lost their data. 45%, folks. That's a lot of folks, right? This is almost half the numbers we talked about. Over 5,700 screens are cracked every single hour. Laptop or cell phones is stolen every 43 seconds. In fact, this particular model of the God Backup was initiated due to the owner who lost his laptop throughout a trip that he did. And I do recommend for you to come in on Wednesday night. I know for some of you it might be late, but remember the calls are recorded. You can always come back to this channel to pick it up. And he shared his story on how he lost years and years and years of pictures that he took from his kids from birth all the way up to, the before the teenage. But I mean, we're talking years of data. Folks, this is painful. How many people go through this because they don't think twice about backing up the very important data, and they depend on the device they have? What else is going on, Tammy?
Yeah, it's funny because when I see this slide, how many times has that happened to all of us where we've had to upgrade our storage or we had to delete some files to downgrade, basically, right? When I talk to my friends, we have normal conversations all the time about stuff like this, about the cloud service. It's the future, and they say, "Oh my gosh, I gotta upgrade mine. I just got this message." Perfect timing, right? And so I tell them about Got Backup, and they're saying, "Send me some information." So it's happening to all of us. So we got to bring a solution for people because it is an absolute trend of people going and storing everything online today.
And the other thing that's important to keep in mind is a lot of people think that they have to buy more expensive phones to be able to have more memory to be able to store all this stuff. This is becoming a thing in the past now with God Backup, because you do not. And if you actually stay tuned and you start following the trainings and you activate, you decide to get access to this, which I know we have a promotion going on right now, and make sure you get back with the person that invited you here today to say, well, what's the promotion going on? But what's really interesting is people are actually looking to store more data, but they don't want to spend more money. That's these are the first trends that we talked about. The second trend is making more money. Would you agree that this is a major, major, major point of reference, or I should say concern for most people? 42% of Americans have a side gigs, have a side business. 62% of Gen Z, which is the 18 to 25 years of age, have their own businesses. What about the rest of the world, folks? This is very, very, very serious. So this trend is bringing a great opportunity for us to tap into.
Yeah, so the key is Got Backup leverages both of these trends, and we're going to share the opportunity with you so that you can see what they have available for you to really leverage. And when Chris and I saw it back in May, first of all, when we looked at the video, we just looked at each other and like, wow, we need this, right? And then when we saw the income potential, it just elevated to a whole new level. So I'm sure you're going to feel the same way.
I totally agree. And South Sudan, this is awesome. Alamin, thank you for joining in. Certainly appreciate you. So here, what's going on here, folks. God Backup is the only company that offers 6 terabytes. Now, bear with me because I know other competitors may try to copy what we have here, but just bear with me. 6 terabytes of storage space, 6 accounts. So you can have 6 different accounts within your own account. Unlimited devices. There's no limit. And it doesn't even have to be the same company. You can have an Apple device, an Android device, you can have a PC, you can have a Mac. As a matter of fact, what you see behind you don't see the device, you only see the second screen. But this behind me is a PC who's also connected to my God Backup. What I'm using to present here, this here is my Mac. It's also connected on God Backup. This is my iPhone, okay, which is also connected on God Backup. And there's so many other devices that have connected. And what I like the most about this is all the files in all my computers can also be accessed through the app that comes with the software for free when you pay your $10 a month. Folks, this is amazing. And you get so much more than just the backup service if you really get what's going on. We'll cover that as we finish here. But you're talking about all of this for $10 a month. But that's not all. It's a home-based business that pays you. Always think of the competitors. Oh, this person offers this. Oh, this person offers. Do they pay you? I'm telling you, they do not. God Backup will pay you up to 75% of their revenue. So this is really significant. 75% of their profits is actually shared. So this is a big, big, big deal. So we'll come back to that in a minute when we start comparing other companies.
Yeah, so I'm sure that every single one of you are familiar with iCloud, $9.99 a month, 2 terabytes, one user. This is what Chris and I both had when we looked at the Got Backup. We both had also Dropbox that we paid for every year with 2 terabytes and one user. We each had to have our own accounts. And then, of course, you've got Google Drive as well. You've got 6 users with the 2 terabytes. But look at Got Backup, $9.97 a month, unlimited computers or devices, 6 separate accounts, and it's $9.97 a month. It's got so much more than this, but we won't go into detail. My husband's a techie guy, and when he got deeper into the downloads and realized what he actually had in his hands that we had in our hands, he got super excited. And this, honestly, nothing really excites Chris, but this really excited him. So I knew that there was a lot of value here. And so you can also pay for the year, that kind of set and forget, pay for the whole year up front.
And something, folks, I want to mention as we move to before we move to the next slide. See, Dropbox here, okay, has over 700 million users. And the first 3 to 4 years as they were in business, it took them a while to kick in, right? People were not used to this yet. And then they exploded. So they've been in business now for about 13, 14 years, which I've been using them pretty much from the beginning. That's how I started with this. And I'm just saying, okay, God Backup now has over 30,000 members. So not a million, 30,000. And we already have people that have reached 5-figure with God Backup since they started a business. So, folks, what is going to happen when we hit 100,000 members or 500,000? What about 1 million? Which our goal is to reach 1 million users by the end of 2024. Folks, this is I don't know if you understand the potential. This is what gets me really excited every single day. See, God Backup is a cloud storage, 6 terabytes of data, $10 a month, include up to 6 accounts. You can add Android, iPhones, as I said earlier, automatic backup, set and forget, which right now my system is in place and everything is automated. And as I leave, I don't need to copy anything. I just use my app and access whatever file I may need from maybe a file, an attachment I received that I save in my download. It's connected to my God Backup because it's synchronized. This is amazing. So I can access all my documents, all my photos from anywhere around the world. Tammy and I were in the Philippines recently. I need some files, some pictures, some things that I downloaded a couple of weeks back. Boom, it was right there. Military grade encryption security. People say, well, how secure is it compared to Google Drive or compared to Dropbox or Microsoft or whatever the situation may be, right? OneDrive and so forth, or even the cloud service with Apple. They use all the same military grade encryption security. This is an industry standard. It's not something that God Backup use alone. It's an industry standard. Every storage system devices within the North American, all the companies, they're all use the same military grade encryption security. So folks, it's a non-issue, right? Your stuff is secure, just like everything else you've been utilizing up to now. And Tammy stated earlier about the data center, 10,000 square feet of space. And we're only tapping into just a little bit of that, right? We're only using a fraction of all the space available. So folks, this is really, really, really exciting.
Yeah, like on the other slide, it's about the people spend so much money getting covers and protecting the outside, but they don't think about the inside, all the stuff that's been created inside the phone that is extremely important is to savor those memories. You can't get those back. So this is so important, and it's the only cloud service that pays you. So making money with Got Backup not only can transform your life, it's going to transform all the people's lives that you start sharing this with. If they catch the vision with this, like we did, and like a lot of people that have come into Got Backup up to now, if they catch the vision, it's going to explode. And it's going to explode either way.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So you're going to love the opportunity.
So again, when the competitors are coming to you, always remember, God Backup pays you for telling others, not just giving you some free space, but actually can pay your lifestyle. And it could go way beyond that. So let's transcend to the 3 ways on how to earn money. Now, we're not going to go through a training here. We're just going to give you an overview so you can have an idea of how this works. So number 1 is what we call direct referral commission. So here's how this works. So a person that begins their business, you will receive $20 on month one. So you sponsor me and I choose to get involved and I start my business, you will receive $20 on month one. And then on month two, for the rest of my life, you'll be receiving 25% from my subscription that you'll be earning. This is really, really interesting. It's not a one time sale, it's a sale that will pay you a commission month after month after month. So let me expand on that. So Tammy, you go ahead.
So the example is if you have 20 people that you have brought into the company and each one of them paid for their $9.97, you're going to get $20 times the 20 people that you brought in. So you can imagine if you double that, what you can get out of this and triple it. So that gives you 400 commission in month one. If you run with this and brought 20 people in, you make $400 commission. Plus, every month after, you'll be making $50 every single month with those 20 active people. And we're always encouraging people, bring in your first 20, but go bring in your next 20, go bring in your next 20, and just increase, 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 increase.
So the fact here, folks, we just talked about the direct referral commission. Now, number two, it's a reflection from everybody you brought in number one. So let me expand on that. So you earn 25% matching check on the income of your direct referral earn. So for example, I started to get to work and I bring people to my business. I will earn my direct commission one, but you will earn 25% from my earnings. A company will send to you as an incentive to help me get started. So the fact here is every time you sponsor someone to your business, you have the opportunity to earn 25% for the rest of their lives. This is how this works. So if I use his example over here, so these 20 people that Tammy referenced earlier, let's just say that they make an average of $200 a month. That means you earn $50 per business partner. Remember, 25% per business partner. So if you had 20 people, that's $1,000 a month on the percentage, which is the second way we earn an income. This could be quite substantial, folks, as you keep building your business. And we're not talking months and months and months from now. It really depends on your integrity of work. Are you willing to work to live a better life and to live the life that you want to live opposed to the life that you have to live? So go ahead, Tammy.
So the direct referral commission is your efforts. It's you bringing people in. Matching check is now leverage income, but you're supporting the people and helping them understand the process. But the team commission, this is the big one. This is total leverage income. And if you focus on all three, you're going to explode in this business. So, Chris, you can go ahead and share with everybody how binary works.
Absolutely. So think of the binary kind of like your retirement plan. Because as you're doing one and two, this is your labor. This is your going out there, telling people about this, sending a referral link. And then as they get involved and they start building their businesses, what's happening is your binary team starting to grow. And this is what a binary team looks like. So this is you. On your right side, there's a body. And on the left side, there's a body. And every time there's a new body, there's always two legs that expands. It goes like this until infinity. So you probably see here what indirect referral. What is that? Indirect referral is someone that was introduced to your business, but it's not someone that you brought in. It's someone above you that brought in that person, for example, in green on your right-hand side. Just like you see below the person on your right-hand side that says under referral, there's another one that says direct that's orange, right, with a white little body in there. So this would be directly sponsored by you. But what happens is the one that says indirect referral also did not bring in the person you brought in, right? They just benefit from the spillover, we call it, from building a team, a binary team. And that's what we mean by indirect referral. And that is comes in as a gift to you because we will show you how you get paid on a team commission based on the combined effort, not just your effort, but the combined effort of the entire team. So when you look at earning team commission over here, step number one is you remain active. Why would you want to remain active? Well, if it's just like if you're buying, how many of you are paying for Netflix or Amazon Prime or cable TV, whatever it is that you, I'm just trying to find an example of something you pay monthly. Why do you pay monthly? Well, because you want to have access to their service. Well, God Backup's the same. You pay monthly, or you can pay yearly, pay for the year or pay monthly. That's until up to you. We'll cover that at the end. The point is, you keep paying because you want to have access to the service to be able to store your data. That's one of the reasons why people would want to remain active. The second one is you want to get paid because for you to earn, you also have to be active. The second thing is you invite people, as we mentioned earlier. And the third one, we start earning commission. And if you pay attention on the left side, it says power leg. Why does it say power leg? It's because there's more bodies on the left than on the right. That's all. So you see here the orange circles, there's 4 there. And on the right side, there's 2 there. We call that your pay leg. Okay, so that's the leg that's starting to expand that is smaller than the left. So we call the big leg or the bigger leg, power leg, and the smaller leg, the pay leg. So let me expand on how this benefits you. So for example, you get paid per cycles. What is a cycle? Well, you see 2 on your pay leg and you see 4 on your power leg. When you total that up, it's a total of 6 people. But you can't have 6 people on one side. It has to be divided, either 4 on one and 2 on the other. What happens from there, the company says, oh, okay, that person, which is you, has qualified for 1 cycle. And a cycle will vary. It's the amount paid per cycle will vary monthly based on the company's profitability. So understand that we've seen the highest amount around $9, the lowest amount we've seen about $4 and close to $4. It varies. And folks, again, it's quite generous because usually a binary, it'll be about 10% of what's on the right side. If you say $10 twice, that's $20. What's 10%, right? Of $20, that's $2. So $4, it's double the industry standard, and that's the lowest that we've seen. So I want you to understand how generous God Backup is. I want to ask you a question here, and I'd like you to answer this on the comment section. If I had 8 people on the left and 4 people on your right, how many cycle is that? That's a question, and I'd like to make sure that you're following me. So put in the chat, how many cycle is that? I have 8 people on the left and 4 people on the right. How many cycle is that? I know there's a bit of a delay, so I want to make sure. Here we go. Esther, 2. Rejoice, 2. That is correct. That is 2 cycles. So the potential, folks, if I go back to my comment earlier, because I want you to understand the big picture here. We talked about Dropbox, 700 million users. We talked about God Backup. We're crossing 30,000. We already had people that have reached a 5-figure income with God Backup. What is going to happen to these cycles when we start hitting 100,000, 500,000, a million? Do you see what I'm getting at? The potential is endless. It's entirely up to you. Stay the course, folks. Tell people about this wonderful service and take advantage of all the goods that comes with this package. So tell me, how do we get started?
So it's $20 for a one-time fee for life. And then it's $9.97 if you choose to do it monthly, or you can choose to do $99.97 upfront, and that's annually. And you actually get 2 months free in the calculation. So it works, on a budget and to maximize. Most people are doing it annually.
And
Even if
Tammy,
you come in the month, you can upgrade that down the road if it's something you can't do immediately.
Mhm.
But most people are jumping in and just paying their 1 year upfront.
And you know what's really interesting, Tammy? In my experience, and you and I have had the same experience,
Mhm.
the average industry auto ship per month is not $10. It's around $250. That's the average per month. We're talking half of that for the entire year. It is a no brainer. There is no way to fail into this. If you choose, you just choose to walk away because the opportunity is amazing and the product really works. We are currently in 125. I believe that's the last slide that I've seen. So we're one slide behind. We're 125 countries around the world, folks. Has never been done before, ever, in less than a year, even 10 years, even 20 years to go in all these markets. It is not physically possible. Why is it possible for us? Because we're dealing with a digital service. That is the way of the future.
Yeah, it's super, super exciting. When you're dealing with service, everything's online. So it's easy to open up many countries. When you're dealing with a physical product, you're not going to go into this many countries, that's for sure. And we've been in the industry for a long time, basically product-based industry. And we were blown away on how many countries we're in such a short few months with Got Back Up. I mean, we've never done that in a lifetime in the industry that we've been in. So we're excited. We're super excited. So here's the rank and recognition platform here. So if I were you, I would be looking at this right now and just determine a goal. Where would you like to be in 6 months from now? If you made a decision today to get started, what kind of income do you want to make with this? What are you willing to do, to go that extra mile to earn and reach these different ranks? And I know it's fairly new. The project's fairly new, backed up by a 27-year-old company, but they're going to be rolling out different things in the near future. And everybody loves the extra bonuses. And you don't get that with the job, especially in today's world. A lot of companies are struggling, so they're not giving all these extra bonuses for people who are working in a job environment. Here, it's endless. It's phenomenal. So the goal is to go all the way up the rank. Hey, Russ, I absolutely love it. Black Diamond, definitely Black Diamond. The moment we looked at this chart, we're like, yeah, definitely Black Diamond. Definitely
See,
million
and
dollar
and
club.
this is
We'd love to see
exactly
so many people reach $1 million club. We'd be so excited.
this is exactly what Tammy and I are aiming for. Is the black
Yes.
diamond.
Yeah.
And
Go
and
for it.
folks, we know that for us to get there, we got to have a lot of people getting into their gym tier and the diamond tiers. And folks, I'm telling you, it's already happening. Right now, Tammy and I are living in the gym tier, right? We're in the Sapphire 1, Sapphire 2. I can't see the
Emerald. Yeah.
writing. It's too small for me, but the fact here is that we're in the blue and the green segment right now. Our goal is to get into the red, right? The ruby. And then we're looking into the diamond tier. And I know that for this to happen, we got to make sure that people are that we brought in are in the gem tier. As a matter of fact, I mean, many of our leaders right now are anywhere between the silver, the gold, the platinum, and the Sapphire 1, the blue gem, right? So we're very excited about the team and what they're doing because it's not just about us; it's about the combined effort of the team, and that's the point that brings us to this slide, which is support, folks. Personal referral links. This is what you get the moment you start. The link is available for you to start promoting on the spot, which will actually give you a personalized landing page. So when you send them that link, they will end up on a page with that's connected to you. So whatever they do from there, you benefit from. We also have an email marketing system. You remember what I said earlier that it's way more than a backup system? Folks, I have software that I've been paying for at least a decade that is costing me anywhere between $50 to $100 a month. This is included with your $10 a month. Do you see what I'm just saying? This email marketing system. Of course, you may choose to buy some emails, and when you start your business, you may get an upsell to buy, have the email prepared for you. Take it, and it's worth its weight in gold. I'm telling you. And then you can tailor it in the way you want. And as a matter of fact, I mean, I do trainings on these things. What gets into the team training and support system, I'll come back to marketing tool, but the team and training support. We do trainings every Saturday, except this Saturday. Tammy and I are going to be in Las Vegas because we're going to the big GoPro event that we do every year, and we've been invited to physically go to the studio, and we'll be there to attend the event. The point I'm saying here is that we have constant training to help you and support you to show you how to build your business, how to prospect, how to invite, how to follow up. And then from there, okay, now next thing is how do we use the email system? We know God Backup offers all sort of opportunity for you to buy leads. What do you do with those leads? How do you handle those leads? So these are all the things, right? So this marketing system comes with the package. The marketing tools are phenomenal, right? We have regular online presentations, such as what we're doing here this afternoon. I know that we have, I believe at 3 o'clock, we have that's Eastern time. We have a version that's in Italian. I know we have a Sunday, we have a version that's in French. On Friday, we have another presentation that's also hosted by Mark. And then again, there's also on Sunday, we also have Dr. KOA, who does also his presentation. So, folks, at the end of the day, what's really important to succeed is you want to have as much exposure as possible to get people in front of the information.
So I got back up. We have a product that everybody needs, and we have a business, which is really important. We have a business that every single household can afford, and which makes it absolutely huge because not everybody can afford to start a business. But with this, it's so simple. Every household can do this. So the key is to get out there and talk to as many people as you can on a daily basis and invite them to presentations like this. Invite them to come out to look at the information. You'll have your own personal link that you can invite them to get an introductory on the company.
I totally agree. And look at this beautiful couple here. They're probably coming out, walking on the beach from their house behind them, right? It's time to get started, folks. Let's turn your dreams into reality, as I stated earlier, so you can live the life you want to live and not the life you have to live. We know today with situations that has forced us to live the life that we have to live, people are not happy with that. We're providing you with an opportunity where you can change all of that. So, folks, what's going on here is in closing is get back with the person. Get back with the person that invited you to look at this presentation here today. Or get started in starting promoting your links, buying some leads that are offered every month by God Backup. There's only a small window of time for you to get them because once there's enough people, there's only so many leads they can offer at one time. And then from there, it closes until the next month or the next time. So take advantage of that and make sure that you stay tuned on the trainings that are going to be taking place on how does Tammy and I work with these leads, right? We're just like you, we've built our businesses in the 80s, right? Meeting people at hotels, face to face, driving around, jumping into a plane, traveling all over the world, meeting people face to face. We still do that. But today we understand that things are different. Now the window of opportunity is shared through social media, Zoom presentations, Facebook ad campaign, organic ad campaign, whatever this may be for you, right? Different kind of campaigns to get people to look at what you have to offer. This is how this works. So it's very important that you transition on the virtual way of connecting with people because connecting virtually and connecting physically, it is night and day. Because when you connect virtually, you don't know who these people are on the other side. When you meet someone, you can feel, you can see their faces, you can look through their soul when you look through their eyes. But online, none of that is visible. So it's a different strategy to build that rapport. And often it's not a one time, but it's a constant follow up process. And that's what the emails campaign are all about. So we're on this note. We want to thank you for attending this presentation every Tuesdays at 1 o'clock Eastern time. And I know there's different time zones. And as we promote these events, we try to be sensitive to all the different time zones. So Tammy, as we end, do you have any last things you want to share?
Jump on board and let's build this together. Yeah, we're growing fast. It's growing very, very fast, and people are excited. And I love the fact that it's just, it is simple. It's not easy. I mean, everybody has to learn, but it's a simple process, and it's a simple way to get the downloads done. They have videos for everything. Yeah, don't think of stuff like that. Just make a decision, get started, and let's all work together and take this company to $1 billion in sales.
Hey, Tammy, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the wonderful feedback, and we look forward to our next time. And bye for now.